Hello, welcome back to the stream. We're going to be doing something a little different than today. Um, so, so a little bit of background. I've mentioned being in classes in like grad school in the past on stream. I am attending. My grad school education is in library science, and my particular interest is in archives and special collections. So um, I have been kind of like just personally in general, but also as like part of like my program, trying to keep an eye on like changes in that sphere, like especially with regards to video games, because video games are uh, kind of a little bit overlooked in terms of preservation. Software in general, it tends to be kind of overlooked in terms of preservation because of how fast it comes out, and how new it is, and just the difficulties in trying to both understand something that's coming out that also has proprietary restrictions that also is like constantly changing. Uh, so today, what we're doing is recently this wonderful foundation, the Video Game History Foundation, which has been doing a lot in terms of preserving video game history, mostly in print, as far as I can tell. They recently launched their digital library, and that's what we're going to be exploring today. I took a look at this a little bit earlier this week. Um, this is this is primarily going to be print stuff, so magazines and but also like design documents and artwork and like not basically not software. And for obvious, I feel like what I should say obvious reasons. Um, they would be in a whole lot of shit if you could just like, here, come and play this video game on our website. That would put them into some hot water. But I did look a little bit ahead. Um, I think it's really interesting, and we're just gonna explore a little bit. So this is kind of like split into two main sections. There's the Foundation Library, but then there's also a digital archive portal. I personally don't see what the big differences are other than the platform they're being hosted on. In the digital archive portal, has like specific collections. So if we just like hop over here for a second, see there are featured collections. So Maya theme's about to started playing after I said interesting. Well, my first stop was actually going to be Persona stuff. Hello, welcome to the stream. So yeah, this is kind of split off into like featured collections, and you can look things up by provenance and the collection it is coming from. But we might focus on that a bit later. Right now, I think we're gonna start with the catalog, which is gonna be looking up individual items based on our keywords. And of course, being this channel, this stream, we're just gonna start off with Persona. And if you see anything interesting or you have a suggestion of what you want to look at, I popped over to the archive portal for a second. There is a FromSoft promotional material section over there, like collection over there. We are going to be looking at that very, very closely. There is some interesting and weird shit in there. So yeah, here are the results for just the keyword persona. We've got the Gabe's War collection, animator, A lot of this seems to be from the SWOR collection, looking at the identifier. I don't... Let's just like start off with that then. That's not what I thought it was gonna... I thought this we were gonna get like a bigger picture of this. Collecting small sorts of zine cards and memoirs. Get a picture of this. It might be a flagging person. Or might be including person in the... But he also worked with Atlas, which makes me think that he does have some connection. Like somewhere in his like collection, in his personal papers, there is some connection to Persona, which is why he's being brought up. Just gonna back out of this. That's true. That's true. It could just be, that could be the connection. The connection between like Persona, Atlas, because Atlas is here. And then like him working at Atlas. Let's be more specific. Yeah, it is. I feel like every like offbeat, like like cult RPG from like the PS2 that I come across is either developed by or published by Atlas. So they have their hands in a whole lot of pots. It's still pulling from this sword collection. That's a tiger. That's the tiger thing that he worked on. But this is for like... I was like, oh, is this for the... Is this supposed to be a game for the... they don't make the Gargoyles game from that show. I do like this guy. This guy's my favorite. Yeah. What weird little guys. His dead-eyed stare, but some friendly smile. What a fun guy. So, what are we vibing? Subject. Let's do subject persona. Records. Oh, this is not going well. Or, I shouldn't say that. Not gonna lie. Boolean searching is not my forte. Quotation marks. No. Okay, so we can only find it if it's like a keyword. I swear to God, I saw stuff in here earlier. Whatever. Elections. Let's go to fan magazines. Devil's Blush is a series of art books published by Will Stevenson. It's an Irish retro gaming magazine. 64 from gamers. Crowdfunded fan magazine that covers current release video games. Interviews with developer. If you see anything that looks interesting, call it out. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep scrolling until I find something I think is interesting. A British Neo Geo fan magazine. Early independent game newsletter. What were they talking about in the Logical Gamer? Lost luggage? A game about lost luggage? For their KC Munchkin cartridges, the judge ruled that it was Guitar's Pac-Man to constitute a copyright infringement. He also said that since video games weren't a viable art form, just the execution of an original idea must be taken into account deciding such copyright actions. I have trouble accepting that verdict. I admit readily that Odyssey's Munchkin was a lot like Atari's home game version of the popular op, and I fully respect Atari's need to back up their copyrights with court action necessary, but I still think NAP added new twists to the theme and aspects of the... I'm gonna guess that Lay's part of, and added the ability to program different mazes into the game, making it essentially a new game that utilizes a familiar. And I think that it was a little bit better than shots fired. It should have been allowed, and would have been if judges' understanding of video games art. The courts will have to recognize that fact eventually. Copywriting art, you copyright only the expression of an idea, not the idea itself. An idea has been copied right down to the way in which the original idea was expressed. That's copyright. That's an infringement. But there is no infringement in Odyssey's case. Zoom out just to get a fuller picture of the page. Oh, ooh. Because this is so long. Because they actually took an original idea through the application of the fine art of programming, improved upon it, to the point that it was no longer the same game. It was a tough decision for the judge to make. The court battle over the final decision may have just raged on for years. All of us here at Logical Gamers feel video games are an exciting art, one that deserves serious critical. Interesting. I think it's interesting that this is like the thing that they start off with, like this sort of like contention that video games, like this, like taking this case and making a case and building upon that to be like, one, that other game was still pretty good, but also like this honestly might have been one of the first larger scale debates over like what is a video game, like is that considered art? How should we like legally approaching this like form of entertainment? Get it? Damn, guys, did you know the ColecoVision's coming out? It's coming out soon, guys! Oh, I'm so excited. I'm gonna put it right next to my Atari 5200. Holy shit, the Atari 5200 will be available to the public in October 1982 along with 10 game cartridges. By Christmas, the game cartridge total will be 14, falling into, the game cartridge is going to be between $31 and $39. I read this too fast and I thought that the Atari 5200 was going to be between $31 and $39. Like, shit, I didn't know inflation was that bad. Activision proudly announced June 6th that they will sponsor a summer quest. Search for Activision's greatest American hero. The nation. Oh, so so dated. The nationwide. Do you guys even know what the Greatest American Hero is? Like, I've never seen it. I'm not old enough to have ever seen it. Um, but I know what that is. The nationwide contest. Okay, good. Someone gets it. I don't feel that old. It's okay. No one noticed. You can walk, you can fly. You're in the air, and that's terrifying. Coming soon. Programmable and home standalones. There have been two new programmable home standalones introduced recently. Both should to be of interest to home gamers. Vectrex arcade system from Consumer Electronics Corp is a full self-contained its own screen. The inherent brother and confusion of other home video game systems that require attachment to the family television set are alleviated, not alienated, by Vectrex, and since the unit can be played anywhere, there is a standard electrical output. So need not compute time on the television set. Sting. I still have to fight with my debate about using the downstairs television gaming. It's the weekly brawl. Whoever wins gets it for the weekend. Are we going to be watching ER all the time? Do I get to play Kingdom Hearts for a little while? Atari and Lucasfilm joined forces. Atari and Lucasfilm announced June 6th that the two companies have joined creative forces for the purpose of developing, marketing video games for operated games, home games, and home computers. Beginning of Lucasfilm as a video game company. Raymond E. Cassar, Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of Atari, said, "We look forward to working with a company as innovative and creative as Lucasfilm. The association is a natural since both companies hold a leadership position in our respective fields of Lucasfilm's feature operation combined with its computer division. It's a perfect Atari, which represents the major force in video games." I guess Lucasfilm already has their division. I wonder if they mean by computer division, like, because Lucasfilm has at least nowadays, has a big special effects and like audio studio. So are they saying computer division as in? No, they should have that would probably be their point and clicks. Then what? Tar. Yeah, their computer division. Oh my god, guys, can you believe it? Mattel Electronics has produced a new generation of Intellivision home video games that actually speak to you, help direct your playing in a variety of character voices. They have voice acting in video games. Can you believe it? Holy shit. Mind-blowing. It's like when talkies came to screen. Okay. Oh, look at this old CES. Look at these little. Look at Spectravision. This is so 80s. This is so 70s. This like design. They got a wizard. They got a wizard, a real ass wizard for the Incredible Wizard. And I like the like nomenclature around people who like play who aren't going to like the arcades to play these games as like home video gamer. Can imagine a world where you don't have to leave your house to play a video game. How luxurious. How like forward thinking. Alright, I think I'm done with this one. I want to check out another something else from the Logical Gamer. And then we'll move on, I promise. We saw Volume 1, so let's look at Volume 2, number 1. From August 1983. Yeah, Buyer's Guide would be good. Burger Time. MASH. I did not know MASH had a video game. Androbot debuts video game robot. Is like Rob? No, this would have predated Rob. On June 5th, Androbot Incorporated introduced Androman, the world's first real-life three-dimensional video game robot for children and adults. Designed for use with the Atari VCS 2600 or other VCS-compatible machines, Androman would excite veteran and fledgling players alike with moves and challenges never offered in conventional screen action-only games. Each basic starter system will include a 12-inch high miniaturized Androbot, which is controlled by joystick via a remote infrared signal, a game cartridge, a transmitter, game playing field, a set of game pieces imprinted with coded information, and an instructional manual. While specific scenarios and objectives will vary from game to game, basic Androman play involves transmitter-controlled action that shifts between the monitor screen Androman's domain, which is the real-life 3D landscape on the playing field. After a certain number of points are accumulated during screenplay, the Androman robot must be navigated through an obstacle course on the playing where his contact with coded game pieces triggers a further series of interactions. Intrigue is heightened as Androman occasionally speaks to the player. Again, we're the innovation of talkies. Uttering encouragements or warning about unseen dangers. It's all fun and games until Androbot gains sentience. That is true. If you keep running Androbot into like whatever hazards are underneath this playmat, he's just gonna slowly turn his head and eyes are gonna start to glow red. As a basic rule, completion of on-screen gameplay quickly and successfully, speedrunning your game, is rewarded with additional time maneuvering the robot. Like its fellow Androbots, Bob, Topo, and Fred, Androman has been designed with the principle of expandability in mind. After mastering the live-action video game contained in each starter kit, consumers will be able to purchase additional games and accessories to provide new challenges and and add to the overall playing. Suggested retail price and release date information is not available at this time. The Androbot. Oh man, I might actually look. I'm gonna write this down because I want to see. No, let's not write it down. Let's look that up now. I'm just gonna use a different browser. So Topo, they mentioned Topo up in here. Topo was also designed by Androbot, and it seemed to have like the same basic idea, but it was specifically for the Apple II and programmed with a modified version of Basic called Topo Basic. Androman can go to the moon! I'm gonna copy this over into my Chroma Fast. Please don't look at anything that was on screen, thank you. So Androman on the moon is one of several planned games for the unreleased Androman. He didn't come out! And that's Androman is speaking to you from the realm of games that never came into fruition. This was one of several planned games for the unreleased Androman robot. Although a few of the games to have been programmed, Androman on the Moon was the first to actually surface. Although the game itself may not look like much, one has to remember that it was only part of the package. The real magic was with Androman himself. This vaguely looks like, you know, those like screenshots from the E.T. Atari game. This vaguely reminds me of that. Just like maybe it's just because it's also from the Atari, and the Atari has like it's primitive. Let's not beat around the bush. E.T. versus Androman when, yeah. Now it's career battle format while the player controls in the Atari 2600. Androman also had a barcode scanner on the bottom that would read barcodes placed on the map so the 2600 and the robot where he was. Using a combination of the joystick and barcodes, the player would guide Androman around the format and play various games. The games being Androman on what was Androman do? How did the robot get to the moon? Androman is mining minerals. He is a working man. He's a working Androman. When he is attacked by aliens. The giant floor mat would have... Okay, oh! Does that make sense? Because... This does actually vaguely look like craters on the moon. Androman vs. E.T. was going to be a reality. That was going to be the first video game crossover. In the mine maze, the player has to guide Androman through the maze while avoiding the alien. Androman isn't helpless, however. Unbeknownst to the aliens, Androman comes equipped with time bombs that he can drop behind him. If time that Reese's Pieces like disrupted the mat enough that like he can't, it's like a Roomba, like he can't like figure like orient himself enough in space because the Reese's are on the floor, so he just like starts spinning in circles. Once the player has made it to the mine, he enters a 3D tunnel. This is an extensive game. Here, the player must avoid or shoot down large circular objects, bats, as they come flying towards the screen. The tunnel about the screen as the player shifts to the left or right. Very similar, it seems, to Star Fox. Star Fox Lite. Star Fox Atari. After the player reaches the end of the tunnel, he have to make Androman back to his home base with the minerals he mined, after which the whole cycle would start again. Androman how the 2600 could be expanded and enhanced through the sophisticated control. Unfortunately, the game market was rapidly deteriorating, and the public wasn't very receptive to new ideas, especially anything that cost extra money. The Andrew Man idea wouldn't be seen again until Nintendo decided to try something similar with Rob. Fortunately, Rob met a similar fate after only 2 games. This was a fun little history rabbit hole to fall down. My life has been improved with the introduction of Androman. Just like in one of the random like boxes of ET, hell yeah. Burying 2 disasters with one pit. Androman on the Right, so let's look for buyer guides. Is there a particular year or like decade you want to look at? Because we've got like a bunch. Looks like this like Game Players PCs buyer guide came out like every 2 months. Okay. PC strategy guide says it's going to be primarily PC games. No bias, no particular reason you want to look at 1996. 7, see if there's something. So we got the series. Because when I entered in the year 1996, this is inclusive of the 1996. Do they have anything? Oh yeah, they do. They have game players, they have ultra game players. Attempt to the correct publishing order to during gameplays. Issues and numbers as they include two issues of the gameplays so electronics. T2. Actually, this isn't C2, this is just C2. The Game Players was originally pitched as the Game Players Guide, which alternated between covering Nintendo games and MS-DOS. That explains the 2 months at a time kind of format. Of the PC games. After 4 issues, it was relaunched as separate magazines covering Nintendo, PC, and general gaming, respectively. Can I see the magazine? But if you happen to know someone who has any of these editions, publishings of the game players, they're probably looking for them. Ocean supplement to Game Player's Nintendo Guide circa 1993? Maybe? So they definitely have stuff from 1996. I wonder if it's just not digitized. Because the video game... Because, like, this digital library is, like, the bulk of their physical holdings. It's just not everything. And they make that very clear up front. Like, this is still like a work in progress. They even have a unprocessed materials tab up here that you might take a look at later. Yeah, I know. I was so bummed when you told me about that yesterday. Because there's just like so much stuff, right? There's so much like interesting history, fun little like side tangents you can find when you're just like scrolling through like just like scrolling through historical objects like this, like these magazines or they might not have gotten to 1996 yet. Maybe we could start a new search and just do a general search for 1996. Is the Kevin Bunch? Oh, this is all unprocessed. This is all processed. They must have started their digitizing at like the earliest like the earliest published materials, and then they're just like slowly moving. Yeah, definitely. Magazines. Stuff from 1996. It published from 1977 to 1996. There's no, a while back for one of their for one of Video Game History Foundation's like donation drives, they actually had like if you donated a certain amount, you would get Innocent Sin, no, not Innocent Sin, Eternal Punishment, um, like promotional artwork. Like it's part of their collection, and they would just like let you go and look at it. Did you know that Tracy's Cecil came with the poetry book? What do you mean it came with the what was in the poetry book? You can't just tell me that. SVO needs that. He needs he needs to recite it so he can come up with an alibi. It's under subjects. I've never. Okay, these are just tags. So game built in prototypes. France. France is a tag. France is relevant. Game. What's game? What's under game footage? So Bumble development footage. Croc. Legends of the Gobos. E3 2000 show footage on VHS. Early in-game footage for Revolution concept video. Oh, this is from their Cyan series. They have like a lot of footage from Cyan. The developers behind Myst and like all of that series gave them a lot of footage because they are one. Cyan just in general had like a lot of footage because they had like a mini documentary uh, for like kind of like documenting the development of Myst and Riven. And they just naturally had a lot because of all the FMV. But apparently there is a planned Myst documentary in the works with Cyan, and just like as part of like, I don't know if it's as part of that, but like in at the same, because they were making this documentary, they donated all of the behind the scenes footage to the Video Game History Foundation. So they're just gonna have like a ton of that. Clearing the mist, yeah. Just like getting out the fans, clearing it all out. What is FX Fighter gameplay footage? Can I play it? Can we play this? I'm not gonna play all of it because it's 20 minutes. Ooh. 20 minutes and it has no sound. God, is this like the... I feel like I'm watching like cave paintings. It's like the earliest Let's Play ever. What was FX Fighter? Hold on. Oh, look at the polygons! FX Fighter is a 3D fighting game for MS-DOS. It was developed by Argonaut Software and published by GTE Entertainment in June 1995. It's an early real-time 3D fighter originally meant for Super NES using the Super FX chip, which is why you get those cool laser blasts, on which Argonaut was collaborating together with Nintendo. OEM versions have support for 3D acceleration, bundled with 3D graphics accelerator cards, such as the Diamond Monster 3. A sequel, FX Fighter Turbo, was released in 1996. Pew! 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 This game has no relation to Hudson Soft's cancelled FX Fighter for PC FX, which was conceived around the same time. Oh, look at these big bear hugs. Where's Ultim? Ultim is number 11. He ended up 11th in the rankings. As delightful as this is, the flickering is without a shadow of a doubt. The flickering is going pow, 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 pow. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Let's go, girls. 1, 2, 3. The flickering is gonna give me headaches pretty soon. So after the tiger lady defeats the praying mantis, we're gonna move on. Okay. Incarnate. Oh, this is part of the Cyan and Myst collection. this is from Riven. Not? Inspired? Oh, hold on. Hold on. Before I start playing. Directed by Hiroyasu Shimo. I don't know who that is. Inspired by Salvador Dali. Oh, and this one does have sound. Get some melty watches. Yeah. Like the title was melting. I would have loved to just have hung out with the elephant in the city. Also, I like how the looking around icon is just literally an eyeball. On to something. So you studied psychology. Are you sure you didn't study like art history? Art critic? Damn it. I should have known you're gonna make that connection. What's this friend? Who's that? Oh, there's a face on it. That's not where faces go. Oh, is that just... It's reaching out. Yeah, I would leave that too. Okay, I would love to keep watching that. See what is this? Exact reason for Cyan having this video in the collection. In their collection is not known. No one knows why people have this. What is this? However, given Cyan's prominence in the adventure game genre and their interest in other games and technology, it is reasonable to assume they were aware of other games similar to Myst that were coming to the market. They might have had it for like, I wonder if they had it for like research purposes. Because it says that it was on VHS. How did you... Were you just like connecting like a VHS like camcorder or something to PC and recording it from there? Assuming that this is a PC game. Watched part of it, then you traded tape with a friend at school. If this was like in the hands of like sixth graders in like the 90s, this would have been like highest levels of like urban legend. The like, what was it? The lady with like her legs just hanging out of the elevator. I'm assuming that's what that situation was. That would have been like an instant urban legend status. Yes, and there's no capture. Miss 5, Miss 5. NFL Blitz playthrough. Stuff from Cyan. Let's take a quick look at this. Is it that New Zealand isn't a real place? Carl Urban is an urban legend? Oh yeah, red team and white team. Detroit versus Chicago. Bears versus Lions. Oh my. That's loading. There isn't really a lot of action and it was, I guess it was probably for like it's like game production material sports games. So I wonder if it was like here's like the progress we have on this game so far, because it came from the Mark Flitman papers, and he was a producer at a bunch of different big video game studios and like development studios and publishing studios. So this was probably just like, here's where we are in the game right now. Sort of like that example. Unless he looked like recording himself playing NFL Blitz, which is, you know, fair. School Days would be just like the most popular. If they played School Days, everyone would just like it would become the immediately the most popular sports game song of all time. Play it at the baseball game. Best most popular best baseball game song ever. Play it at football. Overtakes Seven Nation Army or whatever as most played. The biggest hype song. Play it at hockey. Ice starts to melt. They can't play hockey anymore because the song's so fire. Um, Play it during roller derby. The wheels come off the skates. It's actually very dangerous, and School Days ends up being banned. Just the players walking into walls repeatedly. Causes like you thought football players got concussions. Now, wait until you see the footage of them playing while School Days is playing. Concussions across the board. CTE cases go up like 10%, like or 10 times, 100%, 6,000%. This guy's poor head. That's the kind of head you get when you start listening to School Days at a football game. I'm done watching football. Football season's over. Got game modding. Got GDC. Game criticism. Industry and trade magazines. Production materials. They also have like a really big production materials. Like a guest section. Gex. The Gex Wire held out newsletter from 1997. Louise, I assume that you contributed to this. Hell yeah, look at this cool ass gecko. Oh, I thought this was a... Oh, this is promotional material. For some reason, I thought it was a fan, like, it was made by fans. Fan-made. Gex enters the third dimension and likes it. Gex Enter the Gecko is a 3D action game featuring TV-addicted, tail-cracking, gravity-defying, wisecracking gecko, Gex. Gex is recruited by secret government agents to keep his arch-nemesis, Rez, from taking over the country's television broadcasts. Full of tongue-in-cheek references to movies and TV, Gex Enter the Gecko artfully combines humor, stunning graphics, challenging gameplay, and carefully hidden satanic messages. When played backwards, actually, relying with that last one, you can't play CD-ROMs backwards, and if you could, it'd probably sound less like satanic verses, and more like, say, a drunken Frenchman. Is this Gex's girlfriend? This lady right here? In related news, there's no truth to the rumor that Nikki's recent marriage to a Hollywood power broker played any part whatsoever in her decision to get cosmetic surgical augmentation. And of course, the internet rumors of her horrific accident involving an artichoke harvester on an Israeli kibbutz. That was really just hard to say. Last summer are, alas, also false. Oh, Pandemonium's Nikki's from Pandemonium. She's not strictly Gex's girlfriend. Join Nikki and Fargus in their chase for the comet of infinite possibilities. Not to be confused with the pop. Oh, ugh, ugh. In Pandemonium 2, follows the rousing antics of its main character, older, wiser, firmer Nikki. This we're starting to get into weird places with this, like drunken Frenchmen. It's okay to make fun of drunk Frenchmen. I'm gonna make that full statement. Geeks. Akuji the Heartless spotted looking for love in E3. Enter the 360-degree free-roaming world of Akuji the Heartless. This 3D action adventure game is set in the mythological civilization powered by voodoo, blood sacrifice, and pyrite, a lighter-than-air material. Upon having his heart ripped out on his wedding day, Akuji is out for revenge, casting spells, engaging in hand-to-hand combat, solving puzzles to complete his quest. Such raging passion and nail-biting suspense, this game was quite nearly called Black Emmanuel on Taboo Island. That is, until the gentlemen lawyers from the Adult Channel's Entertainment Division dropped us a friendly little notarized letter. Apparently they owned the rights to that title for Sylvia Lovelace's 1982 comeback vehicle. Like, I know they're making like a porn joke. Like, I know that is the this isn't funny. It's just not funny. I think the edgy, yeah, in this goddamn family fucking friendly stream, yeah, they're attracting a certain audience. They're trying to attract a certain audience. You know, that edgy teenage boy audience that always sticks around with you. Oh god, yes. The most porn-brain game I think I've ever seen in my life. Anyway, secret CIA documents reveal covert games for money connection. Crystal Dynamics is supported by a top-notch team of executives who are skillfully piloting the company through the challenges and opportunities presented during these exciting times in the entertainment software industry. Rob Dyer, president, whose responsibilities include sales, marketing, operations, finance, human resources, blah, 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 was previously the company's vice president of sales and operations prior to joining Crystal Dynamics. He worked as director of international sales, business development, Disney company. He does everything. He does literally everything. Scott Steinberg is the company's vice president of marketing. He's the one to blame for all of that. Oh look, yeah, Gex right down here. He's here to ground the entire publication. Is it just him in a shack? No, there are other people there. Like, Scott Steinberg's there. John Horsley's there. At least in 1997, these guys were here. John Miller. Mark Wallace. They're all in the shack. That was the Gex wire. But yeah, this was it. puts on a different hat to go from like being the president to like being the executive vice president. There isn't a tag for persona, which is sad to me. Resumes. Collection includes scanned documents, digital images, disk images, and audio material. Just has all these people's resumes? They're, oh my god, they are actual literal resumes. I'm not gonna look at the resumes. We're not looking at resumes today. Exactly, this is the perfect time for a Zoom interview. The Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Oh, that's unprocessed. Actually, this is not a terrible time to kind of look at these unprocessed materials. Because there has been some amount of like inventorying done on them, because you get like a content description, have like acquisition type, so like this is how they got the material. Here's where provenance is, like here's where here's like the here's like the line of ownership is for these items. Access restrictions, development built of games, and selected sensitive documents may be. We can look at resumes though. May be restricted upon by the VGHF library. Restrictions, dates, how many boxes it consists of. Inventory 17 Baker's boxes. So it's about like, so like this is like the specific inventory. Extent is like 21 boxes, so it's, this is, you could also put this as like 21 linear feet, because generally speaking these banker boxes are like 1 foot. Roughly 1 foot. And that's another way to like measure how much space these collections take up. 21 boxes is a fucking lot. In my internship this semester, I am working with 25 boxes, and that's a fucking lot. That's a lot. Do want to get into the FromSoft promotional stuff. You just combine them into one big box. If I gotta, you probably wouldn't be able to. You probably wouldn't be able to do that. That box would take up an entire room. You know what I haven't tried. I'm gonna bring that to my my supervisors at work tomorrow. We're gonna see how that. We're gonna try. We might try that. So which series do you guys want to look at? I haven't looked at a lot of these. I've already looked at Enchant Arm, a game I have never heard of before, and has, seems like a blast. I might try to find this, through some sort of, method to find out more about it. Because I can go literally anywhere. Like, I don't know what curry curry mix is. I don't know what the other titles are. It's a pretty short period of time, so it's probably just like stuff that did not have a bunch of Metal Wolf Chaos. All right. It's got stickers. We can make stickers. Or maybe not. Or yeah, no, yeah. We can make this into a sticker. Yay! So this is official Xbox magazine, Game Disc 39. It's been on this game disc. This is like a demo disc, I guess. Yeah, I heard that too. I heard people really liked it. So not a lot of... That was, yeah, expecting. But you can see kind of everything that was on this TGS promo disc. So you got... I can't read that. Full Spectrum Warrior, Halo 2, Forza, Sudeki, Fable. True SNK versus Capcom. I have not heard the Christmas remix. I didn't know that there was a Christmas remix. Haunting ghosts of gamers past. They're stuck on the Xbox forever. A riveting, haunting adventure game. Help lost souls find eternal peace. How could you do that, Graham? Not gonna lie. Over 10 haunting, mysterious locations. Go for a ride in a mine. On a mine cart. I know part of like the coloring is because this is like an old just like an old VHS, so there is going to be some color loss over time. This is a gray ass looking game. That said, oh my god. I am intrigued. I am thoroughly intrigued. I'm adding it to my list of things to play. The promotional video still works, y'all. I've been sufficiently advertised to. This is something Echo Knight and Kuon? Sure. Uh-huh, yeah, I gotcha. To the graphics. Went from a minecart to the moon. We're gonna find our good friend Androman on the moon. Yeah, is E.T. behind all of this? Did he steal our bride? Did E.T. steal our girl? I don't like our face getting touched. Don't like it. Yeah, fuck off, little orphan boy. So Echo Knight is a trilogy of Japanese adventure games developed by FromSoft. The original Echo Knight was first released in 1998 for the PlayStation. Two sequels were developed, Echo Knight 2: The Lord of Nightmares for the PlayStation in Japan in 1999, and Echo Knight Beyond for the PlayStation 2, which is why we get such a big graphical upgrade, I guess. This released worldwide between 2004 and 2006. All the titles feature a protagonist called Richard pursuing a magical artifact. Oh, sorry, I spoke over you. Oh no, you can. The original Echo Knight began as an experimental title based on the realistic graphics created for Kingsfield 3. The second game was created around the theme of quiet horror. Echo Knight Beyond was developed by a staff of around 70 people. All three titles are produced by series creator Toshifumi Nabeshima. The series has generally been met with mixed reception, so remained obscure. Echo Knight later inspired Hideaki Miyazaki while developing Deracine. Remember that? The Miyazaki VR game? That looks friendly. I kind of like that Yuan promo more than the Echo Knight Beyond promo. Read sell sheet. Oh, it's just like an advertisement. The one cheater. Echo Knight delivers everything adventure game fans are looking for: devious puzzles and mini-games to play, unusual characters to meet, mysterious locations to explore, a storyline that becomes more as the game unfolds. The story starts with the discovery of a secret passage that takes gamers traveling through time to ancient and faraway locations. As players follow the solve puzzles, they discover the secret of the main character's father, the riddle, the red and talisman stone, piece to the lost souls of a ghost ship. Echo Knight is an adventure game that adventure game fans will soon forget. They got 3 different endings and more than 50 intriguing puzzles. Over 20 hours of engrossing adventure gameplay. Honestly, like that might actually. If it's under 30 hours, that tends to be like my target for like Persona Break games, like games like to play between Persona games. I already had like something chosen for next between Persona 4 and Persona 5, but maybe if I can find like Echo Knight through through various means. That might end up being our break game. Back, because I want to go back to the material. Here, we went too far. We went too far. Anything else that's calling out to us right now? I'm kind of leaning towards the general soft promotion. Just to kind of see, like, what do they mean by that? This is literally just like an ad for FromSoft. Oh no, it might be, it looks like 12 pages, so it might just be a full. Yeah, so this Silent Line Armored Core. So yeah, this is like an ad for Armored Core. Tenchu 3. They must have had a bunch of stuff in coming out on PlayStation 2 back to back to back. Abyss. Yeah, they had two things planned to come out in spring 2003. When it looks like certain stuff is being kind of put into different, not catalogs, what am I talking about? Collections. Because this Xbox ISM DVD was in the Armored Core collection as well. I'm surprised that the Dengeki Soft PlayStation, here it is. I'm surprised that this didn't end up in the Armored Core collection as well, because this has way more. Like obviously way more Armored Core stuff, and like they've got like an interview and everything than this Xbox ISM DVD. Oh, is it? I'm like sitting here, like, kind of getting into the mood, getting into like the researcher hunch. Just like, I'm becoming Gargoyle, and it's just like 6 pages, or armored or Project Phantasma, Kingsfield, Kingsfield 2, and Kingsfield 3. That's a lot back to back to back in like 2 years. Drum soft. Summer boy. Oh, okay, it's just like the disc itself, it's not the contents of the disc. And I was gonna say, I think we already saw this, but I don't think we did. Because we saw the Echo Knight 3 and Kuon promos. So what's Shadow Tower? Okay, so I could probably still continue to hang out in here for hours. Is there anything else people want to take a look at? Girl Gamer. Gamers for girls? Girls can be gamers! What's in Girl Gamer issue 1? Oh, look how pink this is. Top 17 DS games. For girls. Everything from fashion design to horse grooming. Animal Paradise, 18 pets need your care. My Horse and Me game. I want to appreciate the Photoshopper came up with this very natural, completely not horribly made. This horse looks like it has a mullet. This is a horse mullet. There's no way around it. This horse has a mullet. Girl Gamer is a new magazine specially for girls like you. Here you can find out all about the Fab Nintendo Wii and all the great games you can buy this winter just in time for Christmas. If you've already got a Wii, you can find out what's new to play on it, and if you haven't tried the Wii yet, we'll explain why it's so cool. With games like Tomb Raider Anniversary and The Golden Compass coming soon, it's the perfect time to find out more about what the Wii has to offer. We've also got everything you need to know about the Nintendo DS Lite, the world's most popular console, which you can get in black, white, or pink. You can get it in pink, girls! Games such as My Horse and Me and My Pet Dolphin let you take your very own pet wherever you go. Or if you fancy creating fantastic outfits for celebrities, why not play Fashion Designer? You can even find like a gajillion copies of Fashion Designer whenever I go to like retro game stores. Nintendogs. When did Nintendogs come out? Nintendogs might be old. Ooh, but you know, they did have an article about... Oh, here's the Nintendogs. They just haven't mentioned it yet. They have like a couple articles about pet simulators. So yeah, here there's a microphone too, which you can talk and sing into in games like the Disney's The Little Mermaid, and in games like Nintendogs. The Nintendo Wii is different to any other game console because the controllers actually react to all your movements. You just wave, shake, point, or rotate the wireless Wii remote to control the objects on screen, like a tennis racket, a steering wheel, or even a quiz game buzzer. If you've got the Wii remote in your right hand, you can also use the nunchuck in your left hand. The nunchuck is motion sensitive too. It connects to the Wii remote and comes with a joystick on top. I know, I mean, I picked this out because, haha, it's a gamer magazine for girls. I wonder what the actual intended age of the audience is, because this is like a 6th grade reading level. So are they like, when they say girls, and these girls aren't in 6th grade, when they're saying like girls, are they thinking like young girls? Like, here is like your introduction to pink text against pink backgrounds, just to make it extra hard to read. Are they thinking like these are your introductory games into like video games as a whole? So here's Imagine Babies. Imagine Fashion Designer, where you can make this if you really wanted to. Imagine Pet Vet. And I also wonder, are they picking out like Nintendo consoles because, oh my god, there's an Enchanted game, and look at poor um James Marsden, look what they did to his face. I wonder if they're picking out the our top 5 girl gaming icons. Princess Peach, Amy Rose. Amy Rose should be higher. Peach has been around for a long time. She first appeared in 1985, and while she's usually getting kidnapped by the evil Bowser and being rescued by Mario, there are times when she fights back and shows that she's strong as anyone else. For example, in Super Princess Peach, her very first lead role, she fights her way through the whole Mushroom Kingdom to save Mario. Doesn't she cry that entire game? Don't people not like that game because she's literally crying the entire game? Like, that is one of her power sets. That she like has like that she cries. Anyway, before I got distracted again, like, I'm wondering if they're picking out Nintendo games and systems specifically because of like the time, and those were just like literally the most popular consoles on the market and the most accessible consoles on the market, or is this also could this possibly be like funded by Nintendo? Oh my god, High School Musical SingStar. Making the cut. Playing music and dance games includes 12 songs from both movies. So this is from before High School Musical 3. at this pig. This is about Tomb Raider and win. Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass. There aren't any girls in that game. Why are you lying about me? Super Princess Peach, The Golden Compass. Sometimes I forget this movie exists. I loved The Golden Compass when this movie came out. And I just like did not even, this is gonna date me so bad. There was like a movie news thread on Gaia Online for The Golden Compass, and I would just like sit and like you get to find Mr. Tumnus in the game. Mr. Tumnus gets eaten by a polar bear. I would just like religiously watch that thread for any new news. And I never saw the movie because it's apparently not super great. But I've heard good things about the TV show. Oh my god, Animal Crossing. This is a girl's girl. That's a girly girl. That's a pink. I never liked the Aragon books as much as I liked the Golden Compass books, so I wasn't as like upset or like I didn't anticipate the Aragon movie as much as I anticipated the Golden Compass movie, and I wasn't as upset when it turned out to be kind of like whatever. Just like a competent whatever kind of movie. A lot of these are about DSs, because there's a DS here, there's a DS here, and there's a DS here. 20 top DS games. More Animal Crossing. This is from 2008. This is from 2007. A day. 2007. Oh, this is... Oh, duh. I was wondering, like, why is there so much... Why is there so much Nintendo? It is literally from Nintendo. This is a Nintendo published magazine. Okay, that answers my question. Sometimes when we have questions, we should just look for answers. What's a rock? What's a rock chick? Give your DS a makeover. Look at this smug monkey up here. Who's this smug monkey from? There are so many goddamn horse games. It's not even like the same 3 series. It's just like, I feel like we've seen 6 different horse games from 6 different series in just these 2 magazines. So you find rock lobsters down by the beach, but the rock chicks are up by the up on land. And if you pay an extravagant amount of money, you can get a rock surf and turf deal with the rock chicks and the rock lobsters. Whether you like puzzle games like Tetris DS, cute games like Animal Crossing, or action games like Tomb Raider, there's something on the DS for everyone. Is this just the same stuff that they were saying in the last one? I think this is basically just the same thing. This is the same picture! They used the same picture. Hold on. Not to like discredit the integrity of a promotional magazine directed at a specific demographic. But I feel like that they're just copying themselves. It even starts out with a horse game. This is the same picture. This is the same thing. It's the same thing. It's just presented slightly differently. Colonialism. And they talk about the Girl's Guide to the Wii, and then we love it. I think this is like slightly different. I don't. No, they talk about the Mii in this one too. Okay, so this might just be like standard for the if we're gonna make a promotional, basically a giant ad for our systems. This is the shit we want to push first, the DS and the Wii. Because they definitely did not focus on... Yeah, their girl gamer games were the Imagine series. I've never played the DS version. I had Guitar Hero 3 on PS2. I actually think I still have all the parts for it. I just need to dig out the controller. That was so much fun. That was such a good game. When you play against someone else, your guitar can catch fire. Blow in the microphone to put it out. Oh, that Tom Morello boss battle is, like, iconic. Like, you say Tom Morello and I can just hear it. I was watching so SNL has been doing a bunch of, like, little documentaries and, like, specials for their 50th anniversary. And Tom Morello was on one of them. And just, like, the entire time I just hear, like, the scratching. Yeah, the scratching on, like, his guitar from Guitar Hero. Give your Wii games a boost with these awesome speakers. Buy our shit, girls. This is a game soundtrack can really help to get you into the gaming experience, and this can really be improved with a proper sound system. Sure, games like Super Mario Galaxy and Tomb Raider still sound great coming through your telly speakers, but a proper speaker system can make all the difference. That's where the Wii 2.1 speaker system from 4Gamers comes in. This is a sweet little set which comes with 2 wireless speakers that you can sit at the sides of your room so you can hear your game's sound from all around you. There's a subwoofer too, which adds powerful bass effects. Only play MP Wii files. Because it's exclusively designed for the Wii, the speaker system looks just like Nintendo systems, meaning they look great together in your room. The 2 speakers look just like nunchuck controllers too. Despite this, they don't just work with the Wii. They also have inputs on the back that you can plug into your MP3 player into as well. Oh, that's actually kind of nice. Extreme Makeover. For the rock chick, you can get the official Guitar Hero DS kit. It's DS kit with the official Guitar Hero guitar straps. For the discerning Simpsons fan, you can get the official Lisa Simpson sling bag and the official Lisa Simpson DS kit. For the pop star, the official Nintendogs case and official Peach Expressions kit. They're pretty ugly. Yeah, these are just like the ugliest fucking things. Super Smash Brothers Brawl. Just because they're brawling and they're smashing in this game doesn't mean you can't also be a pretty princess. Play as Zelda in Super Smash Brothers Brawl. Look for the final smash. Lost in Blue. Unless you're really lucky, chances are you won't be going on holiday to a tropical desert island this summer. So why not try the next best thing? A video game. Stay inside, don't go outside, play a video game, play Lost in Blue. A game about a boy and girl who have been shipwrecked on an island. A bit like Lost. Both of them take care of each other by catching food, making fires, and exploring while you try to find a way to get off the island. Is this based off of something? Hold on. So Lost in Blue, also known as Survival Kids, is a series of survival video games published by Konami. They revolve around the main characters being castaways on a desert island and being forced to scavenge for survival. The series saw 2 Game Boy Color releases in 1999, only one of which was localized before going on a 5-year hiatus. Then saw several Nintendo DS installments adopting a new localized name, Lost in Blue. So yeah, it was started out, so Survival Kids 99, then Survival Kids 2 in 2000, and then in 2005. Wait, this isn't 2005, it's 2008. It should be 2008. So yeah, so in 2008, the last entry in the series, Lost in Blue Shipwrecked, came out. Soul Babies. Oh, I thought it said Soul Babies, not Soul Bubbles. It's based on Perfect. So, I'm not gonna lie, I was very worried because there is like a there's like a similar movie from like the 80s where it's like two teenagers who get shipwrecked and they're surviving on this island. And that is not if it was based on that, that is not a girl game. That is not a girl game. That's kind of like an adult game. Um, if there's no fog monster, yeah. But also just like looking at this, it's kind of hard to see it because it's so small. Like looking at the cover from the distance it was at, I couldn't tell if this was like real people, like a screenshot from like a TV series. And there were survival, like teen focused survival TV shows and like game shows that came out after Lost. Oh, Elite Beat Agents! Cross, I love this. I feel like my DS is severely biased. Because I have games, like most of my consoles, it's slowly becoming just like a Kingdom Hearts console. I only play it to play Kingdom Hearts games. It's like the last one I played. Actually, I think the last game I actually played on was came out in silver. But before that, the last game would have been The World Ends With You. And I have 3588 over 2 days. And do I have recoded? No, I do. I don't have recoded. I decided not to get that one. I just thought I had recoded. It could be your computer, it could be the song itself. It might have been altered prior to me acquiring it in a completely legal and above-board way. This is another one of their like really big collections. They have a ton of stuff from GamePro because they ended up with I think the entire catalog. This game from 1996. September 1996.
fellas know I'm a dime. They said to me with a line. They can't believe a girl as cute as me and sick as the rhyme. Make my own dough, don't ask nobody for nothing. I'm an independent diva with a style that you love it, so check it out. You love it, so check it out.
So what people is coming out after 1996? Got Destruction Derby 2, Twisted Metal 2, Knights, Ridge Tracer, Revolution, Final Doom. Oh, this is the launch of the Nintendo 64. Okay, we can look at the 19. I just want to appreciate S'mores Kirby a hot second. A hot second. Can't just run away from your problems anymore. From now on, you'll have to think on your own feet. And Super Mario RPG.
The fellas know I'm a dime. They said to me with a line. They can't believe a girl as cute as me and sick as the rhyme. Make my own dough, don't ask nobody for nothing. I'm an independent diva with a style that you love it, so check it out. You love it, so check it out.
Fighters take Edge Tekken 2 to Nintendo 64 and Smorfied Kobe. Not Kobe, Kirby. Fighters consumers hotline. Ooh, I want to see people complaining about shit they PlayStation and Saturn sales of game from choose from specs. Kingsfield 2. Frank Thomas Big Hurt Baseball. Power Pigs of the Dark Ages. Aeon Flux. Magic Knight Earth. There's a Magic Knight Ray-Earth game? I'm just gonna like scroll down to the like a mom killing or die like a freak. In your July preview of Frank Thomas Big Hurt Baseball, stated that it was 70% complete. The same sidebar, it said that the game is available now. Why would Acclaim release a game that's only 70% complete? In the future, Acclaim would never do such a thing, although the cutthroat issue was sent to hit the stands when Big Hurt Baseball was released. It's only 70% of them saw it. Didn't want to mislead you. Dramatic price cuts boost Sony and Sega sales. So let's scroll back up. Let's see, because this is a lot of noise. This is a lot of like can't tell. I mean, you can buy the Adam Sandler CD now, which I think is pretty close to the ultimate love song collection of the 80s. You can get Insomniac. Get 16 Sewn by Bush, Collective Soul, Jewel, Pieces of You, the new Tracy Chapman album. Get the best of Stevie Nicks. Get Taylor Dayne's greatest hits. Yeah, it's probably get how different get the Essential Jars of Clay album. Do you want alternative Christian rock? Do you want to be to and also listen to some Nirvana inspired like guitar solos? Jars of Clay, that's your band. Get the Dazed and Confused soundtrack. Get the best of Dire Straits. The best of the Police. The very best of Cream. Funkmaster Flex presents the Mixtape Volume 1. The 1996 Grammy nominees. I guess maybe like this was like the thing. Because you also have best of the Grateful Dead. This David Bowie thing's probably the best of the band. R.I.P. the band. The Cars' greatest hits. Bad Company. You can listen to Bad Company, the album Bad Company, made by the band Bad Company. I 100%. My parents had this Eagles' greatest hits CD, and they listened to it constantly. No matter who you are, you're a shooting star. VGHF Game Pro, you state that 3D goes from level 6 because it's shareware. However, the actual jumps from level 6 to level 5 is that level 6 is a secret level. At level 6, it takes you back to level 5 because that's the true ending of the shareware version. FYI. I'm just gonna demagnify this to scroll a bit faster. The Die-Hard trilogy, King Mom. I know. I wish renting video games was still a thing. And friends like me, these who needs enemies from the Casper movie. This is a big magazine. This is Glips. Alone in the dark. At this point, all this commentary is just kind of boiling down to like, look at this thing I'm vaguely nostalgic about. Look at this thing whose name I recognize. I think we're gonna look at the November issue, and then I think we'll call it a stream. What my family would do is that we would go to the Chinese place right next to our local Blockbuster. Order Chinese, go to Blockbuster, pick up some movies or games, and then pick up the Chinese and then head home. Like that was like the Saturday night. A 9 out of 10 psychologists recommend it for patients with a severe case of itchy trigger finger. Butch goes to the dentist to relax. No more running out of ammo. Get low. I am not a role model, ma'am. That was another disc I had on my PS2, the Namco Museum. Maybe not Volume 1, because that doesn't track in terms of timeline, but I had like the Namco. Non-combo combos. Every point is a multi-hit after the grab move that can seriously shrink an opponent's life bar. You can do the doink. You can do Bam Bam Bigelow. Do Bret Hart. You can do Lex Luger here. It's better that your move's called the doink or that you are called Doink? Which would you prefer? Interesting. Can you provide me an hour and a half long Super Eye Patch Wolf style breakdown of the Doinks uh the Doinks history in the WWE? Why has he been portrayed by several wrestlers? Is it just like, oh yeah, this guy got too old? Or is it more like the name is being passed on from master to student? Or is it more like the Doink is a demon, a, a, a wrestling demon possesses different wrestlers when the time comes? Dungeons and Dragons Iron. What's the Doink's gimmick? At first I thought you said he throws piss. And then I was like, oh no, it's pies. It's like, who's that funny to? Look at this anime ass game. Look at this anime ass game. Look how big their eyes are. Look how round his armor is. When evil descends and darkness consumes wisdom, darkness consumes the wisdom will light away and shine. 10,000 frames of SGI animation, 40,000 hours of intense gameplay, cool secrets and items. Twink is a persona of the Jester Arcana. A fool plus, if you will. Based on the upcoming super cutesy Japanese anime production of the same name, this RPG features three young schoolgirls from Tokyo who go on a mystical mission to do some evil busting, save a princess or two. Overlaid with fine cinematics a la Luna and some awesome rendered enemies, this game looks like another winner for science. It also features more than 90 minutes of audio, so every character you meet to you from the disc. Don't let the anime look fool Game is as tough as any other RPG out there. Certainly as tough as Kingsfield 2. Scary Larry's Abusement Park of Terror. Canadians can also play. The bravest souls dare step into Scary Larry's Twisted Abusement Park. I'm just gonna blow it up a little bit so you guys can see better. While most amusement parks are places of fun and laughter, Scary's Park is filled with traps and surprises sure to give you the ride of a lifetime. Watch out for the tunnel, Ferris Wheel of Fright, House of a Thousand Screams, among other wicked attractions to make mincemeat out of ya. Try to escape from the park in as little time as possible to be eligible to win some awesome game prizes, plus get your name listed in GamePro magazine. Interesting. Heihachi's just face just like hovering over you like a... Yeah, I guess that is like the deal. I thought that this was like a... Yeah, it's like a choose your own adventure. I thought it was because Matthew Landry was in and out in like a minute. It's like an hour and 85 minutes? 1 minute and 85 seconds? That's not right. That's not that many seconds. 0.85 minutes. What does that mean? Like, what's 3.90 minutes? Is this the average? Why don't they just print it out as like 1 minute 48? Okay, I saw the Magic Knight Raider game. I think I'm ready to move on to our last magazine. It's another gray and rainy day over here, and I think the computer is also starting to feel it. It's supposed to get really, really cold. Yesterday was like, I think we got up to like 50 degrees. Say it's gonna be like Tuesday, say it's gonna be below freezing. And it's supposed to snow again this week. Which, I gotta tell you, we have not had this much snow, like, a decade plus.
窓の外にネムの木の花が咲いているのを見つけました。皆さんの夢はもう
So Turok, the
話
dinosaur hunter. Station also hits energy. Saying Final Fantasy VII. Three dirty dwarfs. So another thing that makes this, that makes the Video Game History Foundation cool is that they've put a lot of work into OCR, which is like basically a technology that like scans a page and identifies text to make it like text searchable. Because otherwise these kind of like images would not be text searchable, which makes it extremely difficult to do research. But they have like an entire they did like an entire thing. Because like OCR works best if it's just like plain black text on like a white background. So stuff like this like very like highly graphic, like very like stylized writing is gonna suffer under regular OCR. But they basically had like they had like a programmer, yeah, like pink text on pink background. It's also really bad for old-timey cursive. Like OCRs cannot read cursive. It just sits in a corner and it fucking cries. But like for VGHF, they had their own volunteer programmer come in and like modify OCR, like current OCR technology, to read these like really, really difficult pages. So we can look at something like Three Dirty Dwarves. What the fuck is that? And we can just text search Three Dirty Dwarves. And it'll highlight on the screen because it can read that shit. Finally, Segasoft has decided to make all its action games under one brand name, Jackhammer. The Jackhammer brand will be used for Segasoft's action titles like Three Dirty Dwarves, Metalworks, and Emperor of the Fading Suns. All due out by Christmas. The fact that like Three Dirty Dwarves is like mentioned multiple times is like a feature game. Do you think that it was like highly anticipated? A game called Three Dirty Dwarves. Next-gen side-scrollers get their first dose of humor since Earthworm Jim 2. The Three Dirty Dwarves. In Three Dirty Dwarves, you battle through a post-apocalyptic New York infested by street thugs, crazy old ladies, giant rats, and an assortment of other sordid characters that look as if they're fresh off from the pages of Mad Magazine. Yeah, nothing like New York today. The game is a tag team affair. You start off with 3 characters, each with special weapons and attacks. Use a bowling pins, one a shotgun, and other baseballs and a bat. One of these things is not likely. However, you can control one at a time. One takes a hit, he's out of commission until you smack him back into consciousness, a feature that's absolutely vital in the 3-player simultaneous mode. must truly act as a team to survive. The Taconic use Taconic to lead the way. Roll all, then run safe path. They redid it pretty well. The jumps are a little difficult to gauge where the attacks are coming from with the different layers of gameplay. I would not have given that a 4. So that basically tells me I don't know where anything is coming from. Yeah, Street Fighter. That Chun-Li just like hanging out in the background. Waiting for these two to just like beat the shit out of each other. It's actually like a nice illustration. Save the planet from a deadly without leaving your I know, they're very close friends. "16-Bit Gamer Survival Guide." So far, the Hall of Fame directors, that's us, have asked for 16-bit Hall of Fame nominees. Categories of action, adventure, shooters, and sports games. Which genre of games that's missing? Don't worry, we have gotten you into the multi-hit combo, blood, gore, fatality. Consider every SNES and Genesis fighting game ever made. Write down one top choice. System it's for. Oh, Zombies 8 Minutes has like a side game called Cool. That's fun. That's fun. That's a fun fact. You can take that to your fun fact club and give that and off them that. So, using Final Fantasy 3, I did see if to see 7 cover. Final Fantasy 7 by Scary Larry. We finally got our hands on the Japanese preview disc of Final Fantasy 7. Though it's only a short look, this game is already shaping up to be a veritable feast for the eyes. The game starts out in a rendered 3D world. As you progress, you fight enemies in standard turn-based combat. But the action switches back and forth between combat and 3D entering. Graphics shine in the 3D. Its lush borders, illustrated matte-painted backgrounds give the game real Hollywood. They do have some like really nice cinema, like kind of like cinematographic. That word makes sense if I didn't just completely butcher that. Angles. This game. This is something else that's on the list of things to play, like along with the rest of the Final Fantasy series. But I have seen a couple, like mostly the. What if we show Scary Larry Rebirth and Remake? I think it would blow his goddamn mind. I hope Scary Larry stayed interested in video games long enough to see the remakes. It's interesting to look at like this here and like compare it to like Final Fantasy IX, which I have played, and has a very similar presentation, but is like probably even more detailed and like lush. Sounds are superior. Unearthly, bestial screaming is augmented by raving hip-hop background music. Fans of the series take note. So far, this looks like the best Final Fantasy game ever. And no one has ever changed their opinion ever. Say no to drugs. Say yes to bloodshed and helicopter warfare. You blasted your way through an onslaught. Did Hellspawn, Doom, Ultimate Doom, Doom 2. Now you can retire, right? I think this is meant to be. I think that might be. You can retire, right? Wrong. Seems flesh-eating mutants have the mortality rate of a cockroach and are alive and kicking in Final Doom, the last of the legendary Doom products. It's 2 new 32-level episodes complete with stories, evolution, and the Plutonian experiment, frightening realistic graphics, and new pulse-pounding music. Time to finish what you started. Old soldiers never die, they just turn into bloodthirsty mutant zombies. Treasure-seeking, puzzle-solving, alligator wrestling, and still time for a fight. Nothing like a little swim before fending off a pack of wolves. That's what I always say. No, I say that every day. I wake up, I greet my roommate, and I tell her, so nothing like a little swim before fending off a pack of wolves. And she just stares at me because she's a professional, and I'm still in my PJs. This just tells you. Yeah, this is just like a special strategy section that we're gonna I think I am good to end the stream unless there is something someone really wants to take a look at. Superstar. Yeah, I think it's also like an hour longer than I was originally planning. I think we've done like I think we've seen like a good like selection of what this archive has to offer, what this digital library has to offer, and also just like fucking around. King's Quest 7 official player's guide. So yeah, I'm gonna comment a stream. Next week, I have to double check my schedule because I have some projects coming up, and I might need a weekend to like work on them. But if it seems like next weekend, we're gonna be starting Persona 4 next weekend. Which I'm very excited about. Can't wait to I keep like part of my brain my brain rotted weepness is like currently mistaking Inaba for Morio from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So I also have to like stop myself from saying Morio every time I think about Persona 4. So yeah, next week we're gonna be hope cross our fingers we're gonna be traveling to Inaba, and I hope to see you all there. Thank you for joining, and I hope to see you again in the future. Bye.